Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working.
Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
This is a good-looking shot. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Frank, what's the player looking at here with the approach shot at the par 4 7th?
The second part of the second shot just goes a little bit downhill, and once again you see that little ski slope look just short of that green. It means you really have to pitch the ball on the front third of the green. Anything further than that, you risk the ball running left into those bunkers.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, we've got a... Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Frank, what does this second shot look like at the par 4 7th?
Well, normally on any other golf course, you'd say you've got enough green there to work with. But remember, in a US Open, with the firmness and the speed of these greens, if this ball is slightly offline, it's just going to funnel into one of those two bunkers on the right or that one in the back right. This is why you have to respect the middle of this green.
Those greens about as fast as that Pennsylvania Turnpike to the right of the 7th here. Getting set now over the putt. Not quite enough on that one, couple of feet short.
Yeah, hopefully he taps it in. Not his best, but hopefully it's just two putts.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. A bit of bonus had it gone in, but still reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Well, Frank, he'll drop at least one shot here. That was not his best effort.
No, poor is the easiest way to put that. He knows it.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Nice putt, and now back to level par. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Here at the 8th at Oakmont, a famous hole, and Frank, it's not often we say of a par 3 that it is a beast, but the 8th at Oakmont is just that.
Yeah, you can imagine a 300-yard par 3 to a flat green. That would be hard enough. But imagine to a 300-yard par 3 at a US Open to a green that goes up at the front and then crowns at the top and then slips away at both sides. That's the 8th.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. I like the looks of this one. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Oh my goodness, that one just rocketed by the hole. It's actually on the fringe right now. And getting ready for the putt. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Wow, what a shot.
What are the chances of making it from there?
Shouldn't be a problem here. Rolling the rock, Frank.
Oh, and yet another birdie, Rich. Beautiful stroke.
Now a 7-footer. Stays at 1 under with that par.
Even par, currently.
Got it for par. Rounding out the front 9 here at Oakmont, Frank, it looks to be straight away, uphill. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, there certainly is. Years gone by, this was a par 5 for the US Opens of yesteryear. Par 5 still for the members. And the reason why is it's a little bit uphill, semi-blind tee shot, bunkers left and right, and of course rough if you miss those. This is one of those holes, even though it's a par 4 now, you miss the fairway here, you are not reaching this green into.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Yeah, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Wrong way pattern all day long. And this is just brutal. Frank, way offline all day long.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher, really. I've seen him play before. Normally much better than this. This is abnormal, that's for sure.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further in your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. So you have to allow for that. And keep that club moving. that grass is going to that grass is going to create a certain amount of resistance.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot. This looks like it's going to find the target.
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. Looks like he just misread that. This is a really long putt, difficult birdie opportunity. Oh, I thought that was in. Happens in this game. You can hit a good putt, just doesn't drop. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Fowler attempting this for par. Wow, almost whiffed on that putt. Came right out of it. Well short. He'll have 17 feet on this putt. Well, you could see he's just disgusted with that effort. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. Just hammered that par putt, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he was thinking or what was going through his mind right there, but he better wake up in a hurry, because if this one doesn't go in, then that score's going to rack up very quickly.
So makes the putt, and now at -6. So with that, 1 over par. You can see the look of disgust And it's justifiable. It's a double bogey. 3 under on the day. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, why are great rivalries so important? Why do we love them?
I think because people like to sit on one side of the fence. You're either for or against a great player. And I think we see that today with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. There's the McIlroy fans that think his future is so bright. There's the Woods fans that still want him to pass Jack Nicklaus's record. That's the beauty. You've got to have an opinion, and you have to have a player.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Oh, come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards.
Rich, it's a different challenge today. The weather is so day-to-day out here, and when you get a breeze like this that's kicking up, you really have to sort of change your approach to playing these holes.
It looks nice out there, the blue skies, plenty of high sunshine, but it's a challenge because those winds have really freshened up.
Goes after it like he is here.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, our featured player, a bit wobbly of late. This is an important approach shot.
It is. Time to just hit the brakes, do a little reset. Things aren't completely lost yet. Start to get back to that positive frame of mind. Should be safely on deck.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
99 yards away. Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice strong breeze. Frank, what's this approach shot look like here at the 10th?
Another one you're trying to gauge what the ball's going to do when it hits the ground. If this hits the ground on the front of this green, then there's a good chance, believe it or not, it might stay on. Now, you think I'm joking? But you hit one there a little low that catches that front right corner. More often than not, it finishes on the back left.
Now playing the second here at the par 4.
Could have been a lot worse. That didn't finish up too bad.
No, just on the fringe, so he'll still have an opportunity to knock this one in. All right, Frank, just on the fringe. He might be thinking about making this.
He's a better chipper than you, Rich.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That's as bad as I have seen. Folks, that one is now on the fringe. Now that is a shot that will be replayed over and over. These putts keep the round together. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Well, that's a bogey. Starting to go the wrong way now, Frank.
If you keep driving 100 miles an hour, accidents are going to happen.
So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 9th hole, it appears, has taken him right out of his game. Just a little tap in here. So, Frank, that's a bogey, and I can't help but think the double bogey he made earlier just flat out took the wind right out of his sails.
Yeah, he still hasn't recovered from that, Rich. You can see that in the demeanor, and it's still shaky.
I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I have ever seen. Just let it rip. Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Frank, over the course of the last 15 years or so, there have been a number of initiatives within the game of golf just to try to grow the sport.
Yeah, we've seen the PGA Junior League, which is a series of competitions, obviously for juniors to play. But the first tee really is worldwide now, just to try and introduce players from all over the world into the game of golf. They're introduced with club professionals. They learn skills that are essential really to play the game of golf. But in 2014 was a real step, what I think, in the right direction to showcase the junior talent around the world with the drive, chip and putt, where you actually get a chance to play the drive, chip and putt final at Augusta National, the home of the Masters.
Imagine young kids, boys and girls, 8 years old, 11 years old, being able to go home and tell their friends, tell their families, hey, I have something in common with Jack Nicklaus, with Arnold Palmer, with Phil Mickelson, with Tiger Woods. I won at Augusta National Golf Club.
What a great shot.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. This is a good-looking shot. That will be a great look at birdie. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This, the second shot here at the par 4. Frank, as we look at the approach shot here to the short par 4 11th, you think this is a good example of how you have to be precise in order to win a U.S. Open? Just explain.
A lot of times you're looking at a hole, how you're going to play it 4 times in a row. So it's where you would land that second shot. So if the second shot is played too aggressively and lands in the back half of the green, chances are it will not stay. So therefore you're having to move that landing spot closer and closer to the front. And then you've got to try and play to that spot for 4 straight days. And then hopefully the flag's in a position where you can putt at birdie maybe a couple of those. You're just narrowing down the odds for a US Open.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
A little bit more hope than determination in that putt.
Now a 7-footer. Will not be happy with that one. Okay, that's par. 3 over for the round. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. So with that, 3 over par now for the round. We are at the par 5 12th here at Oakmont. This is a big par 5 at 667 yards. That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there.
I mean, that is a monster hit right there. He carried that more than 350 yards.